Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Cultivating Creation. I have the privilege of being your host on this channel. My name is Evan Akins. And on this channel, we'll focus on two main ideas. Number one, we'll focus on improving habitat improvement and wildlife habitat for the wildlife that we find in our woods today. Another thing we'll focus in on is following our Lord Jesus. I'd like to spend time in a subsequent video talking about my passion for following Jesus and how that relates to habitat improvement. But I'd like to spend the rest of our time today talking about this journey to habitat improvement and specifically this channel today. So the first thing I need to tell you is that I'm not a wildlife biologist. No, I'm not a trained forester. I'm not a licensed consultant, and I've never done any kind of wildlife consulting, ever. What I am is passionate about habitat improvement, or what we'll call on this channel, cultivating creation. This passion developed in me from the young age of 16. Some 27 years ago, that birthday, I was given a single shot 20 gauge shotgun and began to learn to teach myself how to hunt and how to enjoy God's creation. Through this journey, I learned the hard way. One of the things I learned the hard way is that if we can improve our habitat, we can see more game and we can harvest more game. And I'll be honest and tell you that may have been the initial driving force behind some of the lessons learned in habitat management and learned in cultivating creation. However, as I matured as an outdoorsman, as I matured as a Christ follower, these passions began to develop in me and mature in me and taught me that habitat improvement means more than just collecting more game. It means being a good steward of creation. It means ultimately fulfilling that call to be cultivators of creation. Now, for me, in this journey, I've owned 3 properties in the southeastern United States, specifically in Mississippi. And all 3 of these properties were primarily pine plantations. I've learned the hard way many lessons of what we can do in that type ecosystem and what we cannot do in that type ecosystem, what works, what doesn't work, etc., etc. Now, specifically for this time in the creation of this channel, it's my desire to use this channel as a case study for a new property that we've recently purchased in East Central Mississippi. Now, very briefly, this property is very rough, and it's about a 2 or 3 year old cutover, and it has very little habitat improvements. So I'd like to take you on a journey as we study this case study together and see what we can do to improve habitat, what we can do to cultivate creation, and what we can do to make this place a recreational property for my family and I. You might say, well, why another channel? Why this channel? Well, in this journey, learning the hard way, I began to search social media and begin to look at other channels focused on habitat improvement. And I did. I found channels focused on the Midwest, more of a oak, savanna, mountains, properties in the north. Very good resources there for people in the north. I was a little discouraged that the time frames are all different. Even the plantings are all different. And what I found, at least in my opinion, was overall a general lack of emphasis on pine plantations in the southeast southern forest, specifically Mississippi, Alabama, etc. Now, I will say that there are wonderful habitat consultants out there that focus on this type of ecosystem. but maybe not the social media side. I know there are resources out there that people can avail themselves to, but my desire for this channel was to take the viewers along with me on a case study to learn what we can do, what we maybe shouldn't do, to learn the things that worked, maybe learn the things that maybe didn't work so well, and just learn together. And so that's my invitation to you on this first episode. Would you join me in this case study to learn how we can cultivate creation for God's glory? Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.